We continue to bring you extensive coverage of the deepening wildfire situations in the Northwest Territories and British Columbia. Thousands of people are under evacuation orders in those two areas right now. Evacuating your home can be a traumatic experience. As Alison Northcott explains, there can be long-term effects like depression and PTSD.
For people who have been forced from their homes, it can be a scary and anxiety-provoking experience. Some evacuees have described the stress and uncertainty they face as they leave.
And we are beyond stressed out and scared, and I don't even know how to describe it or find the words right now. It's very scary, and I would never wish this upon anybody. One of my biggest fears has always been my house catching on fire, and it feels like that fear is about to come true.
Short term, experts say evacuees can experience anxiety, disbelief, and even panic attacks. For many, those feelings will dissipate over time, but for some, longer term problems can set in, like anxiety disorders, post-traumatic stress, or depression. Experts suggest the first thing people should do is seek support from family and friends to help them cope. Following the Fort McMurray wildfires, one psychiatry professor looked at the impact on residents' mental health over time and found for some the disaster had a lasting effect on their well-being even 5 years after the fires.
So clearly, these are very serious, things that I think requires, public health response. It requires investment from governments to be able to support individuals.
One woman who lived through the fires in Fort McMurray says that experience really lingered for her and her husband. She says she still can't go to bonfires because the smell of fire is just too much for her to handle. Her advice for people in Northwest Territories: seek help if you need it and don't ignore your feelings.
I think I've done very well coping with everything. I know what my triggers are, and it's the smell of smoke, so I just don't do that. But there's a lot of people that just can't get past it, My husband's one of them.
Experts say getting enough sleep and exercise can also help evacuees as they face so much uncertainty. Alison Northcott, CBC News, Montreal.